In this video, we'll deal with graphs of equations involving modulus sign. Starting with the very basic, mod of x. Now this is how we define mod of x, right? We define it with two conditions, x greater than or equal to 0 and x less than 0. And if you have gone through the video on linear equation, this is the graph for y is equal to x and this is the graph for y is equal to minus x. From these two graphs, we'll try to deduce the graph for y is equal to mod x. Our first condition says x is greater than 0. So our area of concern is this positive x-axis. Now in this region, mod x is equal to x. So we'll pick this part which shows y is equal to x. For x less than 0, that is our second condition. In this region, mod x is equal to minus x. So in this area, we'll select this part of line which represents y is equal to minus x. So basically this is the graph for y is equal to mod x. Now if this is the graph for y is equal to mod x, think about the graph for y is equal to mod x plus 3. 3 is getting added to all the y values of graph y is equal to mod x. So this graph y is equal to mod x will shift upwards on the y-axis by 3 units. For y is equal to mod x minus 4, the origin which was earlier at x is equal to 0 has now shifted to x is equal to 4. So the graph for mod x will shift 4 units right on the x-axis. Okay? It will shift 4 units right on the x-axis for graph of y is equal to mod x minus 4. Next we have a general graph for y is equal to mod x minus a plus b. Now this is the graph for y is equal to mod x. For mod x minus a, we'll shift the origin a units right on the x-axis. For mod x minus a plus b, we'll shift the whole graph upwards on the y-axis by b units. Now this minima is nothing but point a comma b. This is simple, right? If something is added to or subtracted from the x value inside the mod, our origin shifts towards the left or towards the right. If something is added or subtracted from the overall y value, our graph moves upwards or downwards. Okay? Next we have graph for this quadratic equation. Please refer to the video on quadratic equation if you have any difficulty in drawing this graph. The roots are minus 3 and 1 and the minima is at minus 1 comma minus 4. What about the graph of y is equal to mod x square plus 2x minus 3? Now what we have here is the graph for quadratic without the mod. And from this we will try to deduce the required graph. When y is mod of something, it will always be positive. Now look at this region where y is negative. At x is equal to minus 1, we have y is equal to minus 4. In case of mod, we won't be getting any negative values. We won't be getting any negative values of y. So at x is equal to minus 1, y will be 4 only and not minus 4. Basically, all the negative values of y that we are getting now will become positive. For y is equal to mod of this quadratic equation, all the negative values of y will become positive. So only the sign will change, magnitude will remain the same. So this part of graph on the negative y-axis will flip upwards towards the positive y-axis. Okay? This is the final graph for this quadratic equation inside the mod. Next up is graph for y is equal to mod of mod x minus 2 minus 3. Now this is the graph of y is equal to x and this is for y is equal to mod x. For mod x minus 2, we shift the origin 2 unit towards the right. For mod x minus 2 minus 3, 3 will be subtracted from overall y value. So the graph will move downwards on the y-axis by 3 units. Now this minima is point 2 comma minus 3, right? Now we have to take mod of this whole graph. So this part which is on negative y-axis will flip upwards. Thus our minima will convert into local maxima with coordinate 2 comma 3. So this is our final graph. Now suppose we had an inequality like this given above. We can solve this with the help of graph. We already have the graph of left hand side. Our second equation is y is equal to 2. The part on the right hand side, this is y is equal to 2, shown by this red line. Okay. Now in inequality, we have left hand side greater than 2. So in our graph, this is the region denoted by y greater than 2. So these red lines denote our answer. These red lines are the final answer that we want. Okay. So we have to find the values of x corresponding to these red lines. When equation of line is of form y is equal to mx plus c, m is the slope. Okay. Coefficient of x in our expression is 1 only. So the slope for all these lines is 1 only. Okay. It is very important to identify slope, as now we can say as slope is 1, distance covered by the line on x-axis and on y-axis will be same only. If you have any confusion regarding the slope of a straight line, you can check the videos on coordinate geometry. But for now, we can directly say as slope is 1, distance covered by the line on x-axis and on y-axis will be same only. Now consider y is equal to x. Slope is 1. When x is 2, y is 2. When x is 5, y is 5. So the distance covered on x-axis and y-axis is same only. Okay. Now we'll use this logic to find all the different points. Till now we only know 2 comma 3. Now this height is 3 units. So on the x-axis also, this point of intersection will be nothing but 3 units towards the right of 2, that is 5, and 3 units towards the left of 2, that will be minus 1. Now this point of intersection has a y coordinate of 2 units, as y is equal to 2 is at a distance of 2 units from the x-axis. Now this means on x-axis it will be at a distance of 2 units from minus 1, that is at minus 3. So the x coordinate for this red part of the graph will be x belongs to minus infinity to minus 3. Coming to the second part, local maxima is at 3 units from the x-axis. So the part above y is equal to 2 is nothing but 1 unit. Okay, this is 1 unit. So on the x-axis, we will have point 1 unit towards the right of 2 and 1 unit towards the left of 2. So this region is nothing but x belongs to 1 to 3. Last but not the least, this height is 2. So 2 units towards the 2 units to the right of 5 is 7 on x-axis. So coordinates for this region are x belongs to 7 to infinity. Now taking union of all these regions that we have got, this is our final answer. Last but not the least, this concept is pretty important. It has been asked in CAT twice, and the recent occurrence being in CAT 2017. Find area of closed region bounded by the equation mod x plus mod y is equal to 2. Now let's plot the graph. Put x is equal to 0, y will come out as plus minus 2. Put y is equal to 0, x will be plus minus 2. So these are the 4 points that we have got, right? Plot them and join them to get the final graph. Now we have to find the area enclosed within this graph, and the easiest way is to make a rectangle like this. Now this distance is 4 units from x is equal to minus 2 to x is equal to 2. That's 4 units. Similarly, this distance is also 4 units from y is equal to 2 to y is equal to minus 2. Basically, it's a square with area 16 square units, right? But we are required to find the area of inner square. Now look at this part. The inner part is same as the outer part. Similarly, we have these inner parts same as the outer parts. So the area of the inner square will simply be half of that of the outer square. That is 16 upon 2, or we can say 8 square units. This is our final answer. 8 square units is the area bounded by this graph mod x plus mod y is equal to 2. Now answer this question. How many integral solutions does the equation mod x plus mod y is equal to 2 have? If you look at just one side of the square graph, the side in positive xy quadrant, points on this side which satisfy our equation are 0, 2 and 1, 1. 2, 0 is also a point, but we'll count it in the fourth quadrant. We'll count it on the arm in fourth quadrant. Okay. So for now we have points 0, 2 and 1, 1. 2 points on one side and a total of 4 sides are there. Okay. That means we have 2 into 4, 8 integral solutions for this equation. So for questions of these format, these are the general deductions. You don't have to memorize them as they can be logically calculated within seconds. If the equation given is mod x plus mod y is equal to a, then the area enclosed inside the graph will be 2a square. And the total integral solutions for the equation will be 4a. Now one more important point to note is that even if the equation is mod x minus 3 plus mod x minus 5 is equal to 2, or let's say in general we have mod x plus minus a plus mod y plus minus b is equal to 2. These answers that we have got are going to be same till the right hand side is 2. Our answers are going to be same till the right hand side is 2 only. Okay. On changing the variables a and b, the whole graph is going to shift. Its position will change, but the square shape that it is making won't change till the right hand side is kept as 2. Keep this in mind. Okay. Till the right hand side is kept as 2, the area enclosed within the graph is going to be same only, and total integral points satisfying this equation are going to be same only. Now we are almost done with modulus graphs. One last thing though. What would be the minimum value of this expression? Minimum occurred at the middle critical point, right? This was when we had all the pluses between the mods. Here we have mod x minus 2 minus mod x. Now for this question, we'll first draw the graph and then the method will be clear to you. First, find the origin points. X is equal to 2, x is equal to 0 and x is equal to 3. Okay. Now at these critical points, find the value of whole function. At x is equal to 2, value of y or the expression becomes 0 minus 2 plus 1, that is minus 1. At x is equal to 0, y becomes 2 minus 0 plus 3, that is 5. At x is equal to 3, expression becomes 1 minus 3 plus 0, that is minus 2. Now next, plot these points on graph and connect them from left to right. As simple as that. Now to understand the pattern of graph in the extreme left, simply pick a point in the left. Let's say x is equal to minus 1. Pick any random point in the left, okay. Check the value of function at x is equal to minus 1. It will be 3 minus 1 plus 4, that is 6. So we have a point minus 1 comma 6 in the left. Plot it and connect the graph further. So towards the left, this straight line will go like this. Same thing we'll do in the extreme right. Pick a point, let's say x is equal to 4. and y will come out to be 2 minus 4 plus 1, that is minus 1. So plot 4 comma minus 1 and connect the graph further. So this is how the graph will look like finally, and the minima, as we can see, occurs at x is equal to 3, and the minimum value of expression is minus 2. Now you pick any such function, the minimum or the maximum value will occur at critical points only. This graph is not at all required to answer this question. It was just for the explanation. We can directly check for critical points. That too we can skip for x is equal to 0, because mod x is already with a negative sign. So reducing it to 0 will not contribute in making the overall value minimum. Okay? Reducing mod x to 0 is not going to bring the overall value down. Okay? So we can directly say minima will occur either at x is equal to 2 or at x is equal to 3. Now check the value of this expression at these points and answer accordingly. Next question. Now using the same logic as in previous question, this mod x plus 2 is with a positive sign in front. The bigger it is, the bigger will be the value of y. The bigger the value of mod x plus 2 is, the bigger will be the value of y, right? So there is no point in making this mod 0. So for maxima, we should try to bring down the mods with negative sign in front of them to 0. So the maxima will occur either at x is equal to 0 or at x is equal to 3. Put these values and check. At x is equal to 0, expression becomes minus 1, and at x is equal to 3, it becomes 2. So maximum value that y can take is 2. And this is how the graph will look like. I hope after watching this video, you are able to solve questions based on modulus graph. Thank you.